Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel Prabhu. So I saw my father yesterday, and surprisingly was able to do quite a bit for him Krishna conscious wise. And he left his body a few hours later. I mean, we were all thinking a couple days ago that he had a few more years left in him after some therapy, but he went quick. And, but even though him and my stepmother were atheists, she allowed me to do quite a bit for him. Get started here. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel Prabhu.
Shri Shri Radha Mulidhar, Radha Govinda, Gaur Premananda, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai, Priyayai Keshavashacha, Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi, Satchavachanamo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai, Priyayai Keshavashacha, Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi, Satchavachanamo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai, Priyayai Keshavashacha, Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi, Satchavachanamo Namaha. Srimati Tosmani Ki Jai. Namo Nama Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Radha Krishna Seva Bhavo Abhilasi
Radha Krishna Seva Bhavo Abhilasi
Ye Tamara Sarnaloy Tara Vancha Purna Hoy
Ye Tamara Sarnaloy Tara Pancha Purna Hoy
Kripa Kori Koro Tari Vrindavana Vasi
Kripa Kori Koro Tare Vrindavasi
Namo Nama Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
More Abhilas Vilas Kunje Diovas Nayane Haribo Sada Yugalo Varasi Namo Nama Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama Hey Vedana Daro Sakiranu Gata Koro Seva Adhikara Diye Koro Nijadasi Namo Nama Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama Dina Krishna Dase Koi Jaina Mora Hoy Dina Krishna Dase Koi Jaina Mora Hoy Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jaina Basi Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jaina Basi Namo Nama Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Nama
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah.
Tulasi Krishna Prihasi Namo Namah.
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah.
Tulasi Krishna Prihasi Namo Namah.
Yani Kani Cha Papani Brahma Charikani Cha Tani Tani Pranashyante Palakshana Pare Pare.
Yani Kani Chapapani Brahmana Tani Kani Chap Tani Tani Parakshanti Parakshana Pare Pare.
Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani.
Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani.
Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi.
Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Vrindayai Tosadiviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha. Vrindayai Tosadiviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha. Vrindayai Tosadiviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha. Srimati Tosamani Ki Jai. All glories of the assembled devotees. Shri Shri Radhamaludar, Radhagovinda, Gaura Premananda, Shura Prabhupada Ki Jai. So yesterday, surprisingly, that nobody, okay, this didn't work. Could you tie it back? So surprisingly yesterday, my father passed away suddenly. We thought he had a few years left in him after some therapy, and that didn't turn out to be true. We were warned to come and see him by hospice people, and that was kind of all sudden that he went into hospice. And he was quite Tamagun, but in his own way. Being afflicted with Tamagun so heavily, but still he loved his children in his own way. And because of his habits, a lot of the miseries of this family kind of like were blamed on him sometimes. But it was an interesting thing about him. He was the only member of the family that really cherished prasadam, like if I'd give him, he loved Simply Wonderfuls. And one time, I had a Bhagavatam with me when I was visiting him, and he held it and opened it up, and he looked at it, and he goes, and he saw the Sanskrit. He says, "Can you read that?" And he was, you could tell how he was holding it was almost like maybe in his past life he had something to do with it. So, but the Tamagun was preventing him from going further. And I remember one time at a family reunion, this is not long after Mother Vani and I got married, we came back from New York for a family reunion, and he kind of acted up in Tamagun, and I had made like a container of Simply Wonderfuls, maybe like 3 dozen of them or so, maybe more. It was a big container. And when he was kind of 86th from the family reunion to go home, he grabbed that container and took it home with him. So, but anyway, I was able, even though he was an atheist, I was allowed to like administer like anything I wanted Krishna conscious wise with him yesterday. Didn't realize he'd be passing a few hours later. So that was Krishna's mercy. He got quite a bit, I was able to whisper in his ear the pranam prayers, and I recited the Nishringa prayer and the Tulsi prayer and the Maha Mantra, and then I was able to play for him in his ear Prabhupada chanting slow japa, and I also was able to play for him from the Radha Krishna temple Govindam and the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra song, and then Mother Vani sent yesterday's flower with me that was offered to Lord Nishringadev, and I put that under his nose maybe a half a dozen times. You could tell he was smelling it, and then I left it there. And my stepmother, she liked it too, and I said, from time to time you can smell that. So when we got the announcement in the evening last night at 10:52 that he had passed, and it was kind of like, just a few days ago we thought with therapy he would. Because his vitals were all good. His legs didn't work, and so we thought with therapy he would handle him with it. Krishna took him quickly. So anyway, if anybody sees prayers for his passing, we'd appreciate it. Protect him in his passing. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. An atheist in mind, devotee at heart, like you're reading yesterday, yeah, right? Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bando Moe Savadana Mate Yahara Prasade Bhai Ema Batori Yai Krishna Prapti Hoya Twete Guru Mukapadma Vakya Chitte Koriya Aikya Arana Pariyomae Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utamayati Ye Prasari Pure Sarva Asha Kiranatiro Jai Jami Jami Kase Tunanire Prakasito Venatiya Jaya Jaya Vegaya Charito Prabhupada
Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschachari Shakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Dasi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Hare Hare Nama Krishna Hare Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Madhvaya Madhvaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita
Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita.
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath
Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath.
Shri Diva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath
Shri Diva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Murli Radha Radha Murli Radha Radha Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Nitya Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitya Gaura Hari Bo Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Shri Ramona Radhagovinda Jalan Paladesi Bhaja Gortananda Shurpapa Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
The lotus feet of our spiritual masters is the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence.
By His grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from His lotus mouth. Attachment to His lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From Him ecstatic prema emanates, by Him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of His character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, friend of the poor, and Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread throughout the 3 worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Baba Ki Jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna.
Actually, to be fair with my dad, he spent a lot of time in the bar, and the bar he would go to is one in Oberlin by Oberlin College, and he used to hobnob with a lot of important, kind of like higher class people. He's kind of a fixture there. And one of his close friends was a really famous police chief from there named, well, I won't mention his name, but he's pretty renowned in the area here. He ended up becoming, after maybe 30 years as the police chief, he became the head of security for Oberlin College. But my father asked him about, what can you tell me about this Krishna consciousness? Who are these people? And he told him, they're just a bunch of murderers and embezzlers, and it was bad timing because it was right at the time of the whole Sulochan thing, and New Vrindavan was doing something in Oberlin of some point, maybe it was like cooking classes or something, and the trail of that crime passed through Oberlin. The investigators were there, so it was unfortunate that. But still, he heard the name of Krishna, Reading, we're still praying for Angel Babu's father, his protection. Namaste Narashrihaya Pradhanadayane Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shivatamkaranakaraya Ito Nishima Bharato Nishima Yato Yamitato Nishrinha Nishrinha Hiraye Nishrinha Nishrinham Madhim Sharanam Prapade Kavakara Kamavare Nakam Adhuta Shrinham Dali Hiranyakashipu Tanubrinham Keshavadrita Nadari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishrinade Jaya Nishrinade Jaya Nishrinade Jaya Nishrinade Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai glories of the Sangha devotees. Reading from Sri Namamrita, the Nectar of the Holy Name, by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Oh, another antidote, though, was that when he met Mother Vani, my father, he used to call her Audrey Hepburn. and you know, she's all devotee, you know, even when she would visit, you know.
I have the jawline.
But anyway, she radiates a devotee, and he used to say, "Oh, at least you married good." She was his favorite, you know, daughter-in-law, I think, and so that was good.
There are a lot of good things about him.
Yeah.
You had a great childhood. He took you to great
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
Oh
In spite of like a lot of, I don't know if he
Why not?
growing up in an alcoholic family, but he did do a lot of nice things for us. I remember he took us when we were children to Cincinnati, and we got to see the big red machine, the Cincinnati Reds, and Pete Rose slide into first home plate or first base, and Hank Aaron hit a home run because it was the Braves, and you know, we went into a fancy restaurant. Yeah, we did a lot of. We do a lot of things like that, you know. It's like that I'd recall.
I was almost wishing I had him as a father, taking me all those places.
Yes. Yeah, because sometimes that stuff kind of happened. We had, you know, those kind of like Norman Rockwell kind of pictured father and son moments. There was a lot of that. I remember he gave me a shotgun when I was like 12. So shooting that shot, you know, I felt pretty like grown up that I could just take that shotgun anytime I wanted without asking outside and, you know, shoot at whatever I want, which was usually this big tin can on a post. I never really did much hunting. Anyway, he got us a motorcycle. You know, it's like, you know, goes on and on. Okay. Reading from Sri Namamrita, the Nectar of the Holy Name, by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. We should also take this opportunity in life to become as good as a great saint, simply by not talking unnecessarily with unwanted persons. We should either talk of Krishna or chant Hare Krishna undeviatingly. This is called Muni Vrata, Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto. Of course, yeah, we have to do that as much as possible, and we try to do that. We practice Krishna consciousness. If you read in the Prithu Maharaj chapters, that there's a process of where you work, and you may have a boss, you know, that, you know, it's in the material world, but you work under that boss obediently and as best you can, and the boss is not a devotee, so, you know, but at least we're not incognito, you know, we're devotees. And everybody knows it. So, and Mother Vani's kind of like won the battle of the tilak. She wears a tilak. It took a while, but she.
And again, I've outsmarted my boss, even though he won't let me keep a picture of Prabhupada or Krishna. I wear them around my neck, and I hang my purse up, and so everything gets offered anyway.
So there's a bona fide way of practicing Krishna consciousness in the real world. If you have to, you know, work with karmis, and you make the best deal of a bad bargain and try your best, and Krishna, you know, preserves what you have, and preserves what you have, and delivers the rest to you by trying your best. Here's today's Mahaprasad. Hot pink rose, some simply wonderfuls, and in the praying hands, a nice fragrant carnation offered to Lord Nishri. Hare Krishna Gyana Gyana Hare Bol. Shri Papa Ki Jai. That's right. Kinagami Prabhu. Jai Shri Prabhupada. God, my father was so talented. Shri Shri Radhamolida Radhagovinda Gaur Premananda Shababa Ki Jai. All glories to the Summa devotees. Hare Krishna. So somehow I think my father was able to get some mercy. All glories to the Summa devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel Prabhu. Hare Krishna Gyana Gyami Prabhu.